Signs you're operating at a higher frequency. There comes a moment when noise longer excites you, when drama tastes like poison, and the need to explain yourself vanishes like smoke in the wind. That's not detachment. That's ascension. When you're operating at a higher frequency, the world won't applaud it, will try to pull you back, because calmness threatens the chaotic, because silence intimidates the loud. But we don't return to who we used to be. We've buried that man. The first sin. You no longer chase, not people, not outcomes, not validation. You act in alignment, not desperation. You move with intent, not impulse. As Epictetus wrote, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. This is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. You've realized that control is a myth, except for one thing, your mind. The second sign, you feel peace and solitude. When you're no longer afraid of your own company, you've entered the rarest state a man can reach, inner dominion. While the masses run from stillness, we learn from it. Marcus Aurelius sat in his tent, surrounded by enemies. Yet, the battle he cared about most was within, and he wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." We have inherited that wisdom in silence. The third sign, you begin to respond instead of react. An insult, you observe it. A betrayal, you study it. You don't flare up. You don't lash out. Because when they try to provoke you, you don't give them you give them your discipline. Remember what Seneca taught? No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity. For he is not permitted to prove himself. We don't avoid hardship. We welcome it, because hardship sharpens the soul. Like fire tempers steel. Fourth sign, you detach from judgment. When you begin to operate at a higher frequency, you stop labeling people, events, and even your past as good or bad. You no longer waste energy asking why they did what we did. You simply accept that they acted according to their own nature. Oh, and that your peace doesn't depend on their behavior. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. And at a higher level, even reaction fades. Only observation remains. We, those who walk this quiet path, learn to see insult as weakness, betrayal as exposure, and chaos as the training ground for our soul. We don't retaliate. We recalibrate, because our focus is not on them. It's on who we become in the storm. Sign number 5, you value solitude over stimulation. When you begin to operate at a higher frequency, noise becomes unbearable. It's not just loud places, but loud people, loud opinions, loud egos. You no longer crave the chaos that others use to distract themselves from themselves. You start to seek the company of your own thoughts, and more importantly, begin to trust them. Seneca once wrote, "He who is everywhere is nowhere." So, we return to ourselves, not to escape the world, but to sharpen our awareness within it. Because while most are addicted to distraction, we have chosen attention. Not the kind the world gives, but the kind we give ourselves in silence. Seventh sign, you are less reactive and more reflective. When your frequency rises, your emotions no longer control you. You observe them. An insult no longer triggers rage. Setback no longer breaks your spirit. You feel the wave rise, but you don't let it crash into others. This is what Epictetus meant when he said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." We do not seek to suppress our feelings. We train ourselves to witness them without being enslaved by them, because true power is not loud. It is quiet mastery over the self. When you stop reacting to everything, you start directing your energy toward becoming, and that's when you realize you've already left the noise behind. You walk alone, but you never feel lonely. You've learned that your mission is not meant to be understood by the average mind. You're not here to fit in. You're here to rise quietly, relentlessly, with purpose, until your presence becomes too powerful to ignore. And that's the paradox. The higher you ascend, the less you say, because true frequency isn't heard, it's felt. If this topic resonated with you, subscribe to the Stoic Verse for more Stoic wisdom to guide your journey.